Welcome to lesson 3 of the Python Turtle Graphics tutorial series. In this lesson, you will learn what a variable is in programming, learn how to store data in a variable, and learn how to use stored data in your program. Let's begin. So what exactly is a variable? Well, in programming, a variable is something we use to store data in. The basic data we store in programming is as follows. First, we have a string, which is the name for any combination of letters, numbers, or symbols. When shown on screen, a string will look exactly as you have written it. Next, we have an int. This stands for an integer, and is simply a whole number, such as 20, and has no decimal places. Finally, we have a float, which is Python's name for a decimal number. A variable is made up of 3 parts, as shown in this example. First, we have the variable name. There are rules for writing variable names, and they are that it must start with a letter, not a number, it must not contain any spaces, and it should be meaningful, so you know what it is storing. Next, we have the assignment operator. This is a single equals sign and tells Python to store the data on the right in the variable on the left. Finally, we have the data itself. In this example, the data is in the format of a string. If you enter numbers, you do not need the speech marks. Now, let's jump into the programming and look at how we can use variables. Here is the program for the square we created back in video 1 of this course. If I run the program, you can see that it will draw a square with lines of 100 pixels, turning right at an angle of 90 degrees. If I want to change the distance the turtle travels, I would have to make 4 changes to this program. And this is where variables can help. I'm going to create my first variable and call it distance, and I'm going to store the integer 200 in it. This is going to be for how far the turtle moves forward. Next, I'm going to create a variable called angle, and I will set this to 90 to represent 90 degrees. Finally, I need to modify the code. In each of the brackets, I will change the number to either say distance or to say angle, depending if I need to move it forward or turn right. Lastly, I'm going to delete the code, copy and paste these 2 lines, and then I shall run the program again and see if it works. As you can see, I now get a square with sides of 200 pixels in length. We can use variables to work smarter in programming. I'm going to add another variable called sides, which I will place between distance and angle, and I'm going to set it to 4 to begin with to represent the number of sides in a square. I can now get Python to calculate the angle of the shape for me by changing the angle to a calculation. The angle of any shape can be calculated by dividing 360 degrees by the number of sides. So I write 360 divided by sides, and when I run it, you can see I still get a square. Now if I want to change my shape to a triangle, I can delete one section of code and I can change sides to 3 and then run it again. And now I get a triangle with the angles calculated perfect. Now let's try some challenges. The challenges this week are very basic. All I would like you to do is to try and modify the code which is shown to create the shapes which are now on screen. Have a play with that and see what you can do. Pause now, then resume the video to see the solutions.